Some people never cry in front of others. They wait until they are completely alone. Only then do they let themselves feel it. This is not weakness. This is a learned response. It usually starts in childhood. They grew up in spaces where emotions were dismissed, where crying made them a target, where sensitivity was treated like a flaw. So they adapted. They learned to hide it. They became experts at looking fine, and that habit followed them into adulthood, even when the original pain was long gone. These people are often the most emotionally aware in any room. They notice everything. The shift in your tone, the smile that does not reach your eyes, the pause before you answer. They notice because they live in that space themselves, the gap between what they show and what they truly feel. They are usually the ones everyone leans on, the listener, the stable one, the friend who shows up without being asked, the one who remembers every small detail you do.
Mentioned weeks ago. They give that to others freely and without hesitation. But when it comes to receiving the same, something closes off inside them. Not because they do not want connection. They want it more than most people realize. But reaching out has hurt them before. They opened up and were met with judgment. They were vulnerable, and it was used against them. So the reaching stopped, and the silence started. That silence builds slowly over time. Every unsaid word becomes weight. Every swallowed feeling adds another layer. Every moment they chose to stay quiet instead of speaking up leaves a mark. This is why when they finally break, it looks sudden to everyone around them. But it was never sudden. It was everything, all at once. It was 100 small things they carried alone finally becoming too heavy. Years of staying quiet, overflowing in a single moment. These people also tend to minimize their own pain. They look at what others are going through and quietly decide their struggles do not qualify. They tell themselves other people have it worse. They do not feel entitled to their own grief. So they compress it, rationalize it, find reasons why it is not that serious, and then push it back down. The cycle continues day after day. What makes this even harder is that no one around them suspects a thing. They smile through it. They show up for others while falling apart inside. They hold conversations, make people laugh, and seem completely okay. Because they have been practicing that performance for years. They are very good at it by now. But behind closed doors, it is a completely different story. The thoughts do not stop. They replay conversations. They wonder what they said wrong. They question whether they matter to the people around them. Their mind never fully rests, and they carry all of that completely alone. But here is what every person like this needs to hear. Your pain does not need to earn its place. It does not need to be the worst pain in the room to deserve attention. The fact that you have managed your emotions alone for years is not proof that you are okay. It is proof that you never felt safe enough to ask for help. Healing for someone like you is not loud or dramatic. It is slow. It is quiet. It is learning, little by little, that silence was a shelter and not a solution. That there is a real difference between strength and suppression. That letting someone in does not make you weak. It makes you freer than you have ever been. You were never broken. You were just never given a safe place to feel, and you deserve one.